The more complex the world becomes, the more important it is, in my opinion, to simplify our connection with life. Have you ever thought about how much energy we waste navigating the complex web of issues? Even when we work through these tangles, the time and effort invested are priceless. The course of life may be described as a riddle involving time and energy. We must make an effort to save our resources in order to optimize our security, pleasure, and usefulness. When you look back over the last 25 years, have you not observed how life has become faster and faster, making it harder for us to keep up? In an age where the complexity of life seems to spiral endlessly, have you ever stopped to ponder the sheer magnitude of energy we lose in navigating its intricate challenges? Manly P. Hall invites us to question the status quo. Why do we ensnare ourselves in unnecessary strife when simplicity could bring our core beliefs into sharper focus? Through Hall's guidance, we're led to reconsider our priorities and align our actions with our deepest values, not as a retreat from the world, but as a means to engage with it more meaningfully. His teachings encourage us to strip away the superfluous, both externally and internally, to unveil the beauty and wisdom that lie in life's simplicity. Join us on this exciting journey towards a simpler, more enlightened existence, and let's explore together how ancient wisdom can be applied to our modern lives, sparking a profound connection with the simplicity at the essence of being. So let's start thinking about how it's becoming increasingly obvious that we're relying more on artificial methods to stay alive. The use of stimulants and sedatives shows that we are struggling to cope with the demands of life. The uncertainty and tension we face only worsen the chaos around us. But can we really force everyone to adopt a more simple lifestyle? Or are we limited to managing our own solution to this persistent problem? I've discovered that simplification is about making values clearer rather than compromising or losing them. How can we make things simpler without compromising our values? I've given careful thought to how values are arranged, choosing what to do and what not to do, and figuring out what is possible for us. We begin a path of self-leadership by establishing clear internal instructions and applying them to the obstacles that come up. This allows us to navigate life with less energy lost by retracing our steps. I wonder why we put ourselves through needless stress when making things simpler would help us realize our beliefs more clearly. As we get older, life gets busier, and time appears to go by more quickly, but our interests and obligations also expand. So, isn't simplicity the key to maintaining our vitality? It turns out that managing life's huge crises typically takes less energy than we realize, indicating that our primary resources are depleted by the number of little annoyances we encounter on a regular basis. Since our time and attention often go toward chasing our wants rather than our requirements, it is critical to understand how to allocate it and learn how to save it. I've found that conflict, both internal and external, significantly depletes our energy. How many of us have spent our whole lives fighting circumstances we created for ourselves while entangled in the web of our own emotional and mental strains? And think about the energy lost to dissatisfaction or the energy spent in the attempt to dominate or control people. It seems obvious to me that nature wants us to live peacefully with one another and ourselves, avoiding the exhaustion that results from conflict. Why then do we feel the need to subvert the natural order and put our will above the boundless knowledge of nature? It's a fruitless endeavor that drains our vitality to the point of exhaustion. It's about accepting peace, picking our conflicts carefully, and going with the flow of life. Together, let's think about: how can we uphold our core beliefs and ideals while navigating the challenges of contemporary life? We need to learn how to handle disruptions without letting them ruin our inner serenity on the path to simplifying life. It's about accepting that these times, however annoying they may be, are transitory. Suffer these things to be so now, for they too shall pass away. This acceptance is essential because it keeps little annoyances from turning into major anxieties and protects our well-being from life's inevitable ups and downs. Throughout this process, humor has been my ally, providing a prism through which the ridiculousness of little irritations may be seen. A great reminder not to take life too seriously is to laugh at myself and the circumstances I find myself in. This viewpoint not only reduces tension but also makes apparent how little serious the problems once appeared to be. The pursuit of simplicity involves not only mental toughness but also physical aspects. Living in a place that requires a lot of cleaning, for example, depletes vitality and takes away from the substance of life. This insight made me reassess my belongings and living situation, letting go of unneeded burdens in favor of a more feasible and satisfying way of life. When we realize that accumulating things, material or emotional, only makes life more difficult, holding on to grudges or clinging to memories from the past takes up energy that may be better used for other worthwhile endeavors. I've discovered a feeling of liberation and clarity that was before masked by chaos and unresolved emotions by letting go of these attachments. It takes a deliberate effort to forgive and put past resentment behind you in order to resolve these emotional complications. The process is one of personal development, and the final revelation is that harboring hatred hurts me, not the person I despise. This change in viewpoint has freed me up to concentrate on fostering positive and deep relationships. The key is to embrace minimalism in order to discover the balance and inherent beauty that life has to offer. This encourages us to consider what really enhances our lives rather than what just adds unnecessary clutter. This route encourages people to reconsider habitual practices, such as the taxing daily commutes, and to choose more effective alternatives. It opposes the idea of unrelenting accumulation in favor of a life full of worthwhile experiences and important goods. Fascinatingly, the pursuit of a life devoid of extravagance has always been a goal of historical luminaries like Henry David Thoreau and Leonardo da Vinci, who both supported simplicity. This demonstrates that the idea is not only contemporary, but also has strong philosophical and practical origins. This method encourages us to take a critical look at our possessions and beliefs in order to move toward authenticity and harmony with our basic values and develop a sustainable and meaningful way of life. Reducing our mental and emotional clutter and cultivating a way of life that strikes a balance between knowledge and its useful application are all aspects of simplicity. It imparts to us the value of living in the present moment, drawing on ideas from Zen philosophy that support a peaceful, open existence as a source of enlightenment. Positively influencing others and improving our own lives are achieved via getting rid of bad influences and living according to our values. Thus, this path of simplicity turns into an enlightening investigation of how to live completely, fusing traditional knowledge with cutting-edge methods for a peaceful living that honors the fragile balance of the natural world. This process shows us how energy is wasted and how life is made less meaningful by every instance of criticism, act of cruelty, and needless judgment. Therefore, simplification requires a significant internal realignment in addition to exterior modifications. It's a decision to live intentionally, pay attention to what matters most, and let go of everything else. I now have a better grasp of the simple life, not as a way to withdraw from the outside world, but rather as a way to participate in it more actively, thoughtfully, and purposefully. Thinking back on the convergence of these realizations, I appreciate the significance of accepting and comprehending the complexity of life's many challenges. Our responses to outside stimuli, such as a contentious TV show, tell us a lot about the interior landscapes of our minds. While some would find this irritating, others may gain insight, emphasizing how perspective shapes our experiences. This duality emphasizes how crucial it is to use every experience to deepen our awareness and improve our lives in little but meaningful ways. Simplifying teaches us the importance of attentively scrutinizing our routines and attitudes, and that energy is too valuable to be wasted on resistance or negativity. Every stressful moment and needless argument drains our energy reserves and pulls us further from our true selves and the peace we long for. The way ahead requires consciously letting go of these exhausting behaviors and adopting routines that support development, serenity, and simplicity. The realization that simplicity does not imply a lack of depth or complexity in life is the ultimate wisdom of this investigation. Instead, it encourages a more in-depth interaction with the outside world from a purposeful and clear perspective. Reducing the complexity of our lives to what really matters allows us to concentrate our energies on productive and satisfying endeavors, such as personal development, relationships, or creative endeavors. This insight illuminates the important fact that life is a canvas full of opportunities for beauty, purpose, and pleasure when it is stripped of its needless complications. The art of living simply is about developing our ability to live completely in each moment and to see the infinite beauty that simplicity reveals, not about giving up. In conclusion, the path to a simpler existence is an ongoing process of learning, unlearning, and relearning, rather than a final goal. It serves as a gentle reminder to take a moment to stop, think, and make decisions that bring us closer to our true selves and the tranquility that comes from realizing and living in accordance with the natural order of the universe. Not only does simplicity bring us calm and satisfaction, but it also serves as a rich source of energy for the trip ahead, full of opportunities for learning, development, and deep fulfillment. Our journey through Manly Palmer Hall's teachings is just the beginning. In our upcoming videos, we will delve even deeper into how ancient wisdom can be applied in our modern lives. We will explore how to harness our inner strengths, how to navigate life's complexities with wisdom, and how to connect more deeply with the universe's rhythms. Each video promises to be a step further in our collective journey towards enlightenment and understanding. If you're still with me, I extend my gratitude for your presence. Consider subscribing to our channel, and remember, I hope that your life is filled with prosperity and happiness to the fullest extent possible. I wish you a wonderful day ahead.